This is our annual 5th business rally.
This is a vendor fair at the same time. We went on a blitz in the last couple of weeks, and I started calling a lot of my friends in the mortgage industry and title industry, and they were happy to come and support us. This is kind of the beginning of the journey, I would say.
I've been a president for Greater Sacramento chapter for 18 months. Today, I'm actually handing over the baton to David Hood.
It's Lucy's last event, but it's my first event, so we're kind of making that transition period.
We have a few people that we're going to be installing today. And at our last installation, we didn't tell you, but I was only going to be extending my presidency for 6 months until we were able to find someone brave enough to step up. And so today is actually my official last day as NAHREP president. By the power vested in me, I hereby install you the office for which you have been selected. Congratulations. So our new treasurer. By the power vested in me, I hereby install you to the office for which you have been selected. Congratulations.
It's been a long road getting here. Some part of the road I didn't know was actually going to end up here. But now when I look back on it, I can kind of see why certain things happened and some of the things that fell into place. There's a few people I want to thank. First of all, I want to thank Lucy Garcia for helping guide me into this position and giving me some leadership and kind of sharing some of the pitfalls and the successes she's had. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start listening. I need to listen to my members. I need to find out what they want out of their membership to make it fun, exciting, beneficial, to teach them, bring in educational speakers. Then I'm going to be listening to my board of directors, of course. I'm only as good as they are, and so I'm going to try to shut my mouth a little bit and listen a little bit more. Listen to my past presidents also, get their guidance from the different things I'm going to run into, and then also, more importantly, listen to my sponsors, the people that support us financially, that help us put these events on, that brings the members, that basically makes us what we are. Without our members and without our sponsors, there is no NAHREP.
I'll ask a room full of 200 real estate agents in the room, who has a business plan that they refer to on a regular basis and measure against on a regular basis. And typically there is 1 or 2 people, 1 or 2% that have a business plan. They know what they're going to be doing next week, and in 2 weeks from now, in a month from now.
We're going to have Mr. James Becker. He's the CEO of Fusion Growth Partners. He's going to discuss scaling real estate businesses, actually going through the proper steps and not just winging it. He's a master at doing that.
In 40 years, I've never had a client who had a claim that was not fully covered up to their expectations. And that's what I'm truly about. I take that seriously and will do so as long as I'm in business.
Then we're going to have Italina, who's going to be coming on and speaking about social media. She's a social media expert. She's one of the certified Inman speakers, which is a national mortgage related, but she's a professional speaker.
And then if I'm speaking, I'm going to have pictures post of what I'm doing out in the community. You want to show that your work in action, that you're an active and in the business full time, that this is what you do. Even the fact that you're at this event, you can show that you are involved in the real estate community. And what does that do? It keeps you top of mind. People remember you.
For last year, in 2016, we did quite well. According to J.D. Power and Associates, we scored number 2 overall on mortgage execution in customer satisfaction, so that's quite an accomplishment. And then, of course, number 1 in terms of purchase execution. So it's an indication that we're trying to do the right thing, closing your loans on time and ahead of schedule.
We're going to have Mr. Michael Soares and Manny Toledo coming up for a Q&A. James Becker is going to moderate that and kind of just get some secrets from these top producing realtors and share their secret sauce with the audience.
So how much do you invest percentage of income back into your marketing of your business? Maybe not right now, but when you're really growing it.
Well, you have to lead with revenue. And I've never spent a lot as a percentage or a dollar, because what I do is inexpensive. It's using my time, it's using other people's time and going out into a neighborhood. A couple of years ago, I started doing the Zillow stuff, and I've cut all that completely.
You had 6 listing appointments Sunday. And you took 6 listings.
Yes.
Why do people say, here's my signature, and I'm going to pay you for selling my house? Why? How does that happen?
Well, like I said, I was never a listing agent until recently. So what I'm doing is I'm going back to all my buyers for the last 3-4 years that bought cheap. And I'm spending 20 hours a week, 20 buyers, face to face. And when I get to them, and when I get to their house, first of all, I worked it backwards. I said, hey, well, let's see if your house qualifies for my standards. If not, I don't know if I can take the listing, honestly true. I mean, that's my attitude.
We've been around a long time. We only lend in 3 states, and yet we have the 8th largest portfolio. We're the number 3 jumbo lender, number 3 purchase lender, and that's with about 100 MCs, mortgage consultants. So not very many, yet we do really well at what we do. And it comes to purchase, that's one of the areas we do really, really well in.
And then we're going to wrap it up with Katie Delosto. She's author of a new book, Fortune Cookie Leadership. And she's going to talk about some tried and true, real short tips of wisdom, basically, that she's learned throughout her life that she's going to share with us.
So here's the thing. If somebody is late to your meeting consistently, you judge them. Yes, say yes, be real. Remember therapy? This is therapy. So we judge others by their actions. They're always late. They don't make time for me. They're so rude. Now, the other person may have said, well, I meant to be there. My intentions were good. Something came up. So the intention of the person is there, but we judge others by their actions. So when we are creating trust, we have to be vulnerable. And we have to remember what our actions are telling people.
I'm here to talk about Wells Fargo's commitment to NAHREP and the Hispanic community. I don't know if you guys remember back in 2015, Wells Fargo announced that they were going to support NAHREP's Hispanic Wealth Project with $125 billion, yes, billion. When I read it, I thought, oh my gosh, that's a lot. And our commitment continues to be there. That was the investment in $125 billion in lending to the Hispanic community.
I want to personally thank you all for everything you're doing to ensure Sacramento grows in an inclusive way. And before I sign off, I'd like to express my gratitude to Lucy Garcia for her leadership at NAHREP and welcome David Hood as a new president.
I'm nervously excited, but I think I have the tools to do this successfully, and I want to make sure that I leave this chapter better than when I got it, and I make an easy transition for the next president. That's my goal.
It's been a journey. It's been amazing. It's my purpose, being able to blend both my passions, my passion for my culture and my passion for helping the community.